Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Checking in on the market, we had a second day and really a third day in a row with extremely tight ranges. I personally do not remember 2 days in a row with ranges this tight in as long as I can remember. I'm sure it's happened before, but it may have been years ago. So we closed at the low of the day just like yesterday, and it's a double bottom down at that level. And after hours, we're up 20 some cents from the close. So what we're looking for tomorrow is, can the bears break 319.48? And I'm defaulting to the lower of the two levels because they're right next to each other. Can that level break to see daily consolidation begin? And again, we will be looking for a healthy daily higher low unless there is notable more than average bear volume. And that's because anything above 312.81 is a daily higher low, and that is over 2% away. We could have a 1% red day tomorrow and still easily be in a daily uptrend. So that's the signal we're watching for tomorrow. Is daily consolidation underway? IWM was a 4-hour equilibrium, and it is breaking bullish. Already broke bullish. So I'm watching this 4-hour uptrend now on IWM for clarity. Anything above 163.70 is a 4-hour higher low. Daily chart after some upper wicks of resistance, getting through those levels, and again, keeping control for the bulls. QQQ, also a small range, new all-time high though. Higher low every day, 6 days in a row. Bears have to break 209.33 to see any daily consolidation underway. Financial sector, triple top. And if we look at extended hours on the 4-hour time frame, may even be a quadruple top at this point. 31.05. Look at that resistance zone. So the bulls must hold 30.82, which they are currently holding, to stay in this ascending triangle pattern. If we hold 30.82 tomorrow, and actually it does look like we broke that level. It's 30.75 if we're looking at extended hours. Again, it varies a little bit depending if you're looking at regular trading or extended hours. 30.75 was that higher low, and we're right on top of it. Bulls have to show up tomorrow morning to hold this level, because if that support breaks, daily consolidation is underway to try and form a higher low compared to 30.13. XLV, very tight. 2 daily inside bars. If we break 101.72, and actually technically we broke the low of yesterday by a few pennies, but if we break 101.72, take that back. We haven't. We're still in that inside bar. If we break 101.72, daily consolidation is underway to try and form the higher low. So at this point, hopefully you're recognizing the pattern where everybody's doing the same thing. They have a clear base of support. We have very tight ranges, and we're just watching to see, will we see daily consolidation begin tomorrow, or can the bulls hold the lows of the last 2 days? Biotech sector broke support today. I traded the biotech sector bearish. Looking at the 5-minute time frame, I saw a drop first thing this morning and a break of 95.92 support. And actually it held first thing, but I was looking for a break of that level, the low of yesterday, because we failed to break the high of yesterday first thing, 97. So 97 was our high, and if we're looking at it on the hourly time frame, high of yesterday, low, which is an hourly higher low, lower high this morning, and then I was trying to position for a break of 95.92, which would be a loss of the hourly uptrend. We would then be in an hourly downtrend, and daily consolidation would be underway. So I entered on this 5-minute bear flag, and the price was probably in the middle of this range. I entered LABD, and I put my stop on LABD at the low of the bounce at that point, which for XBI means I would have stopped out if 96.29 broke, because this looked like a bear flag to me. And if I enter on a bear flag looking for a break of the low of today and the low of yesterday at the same time, and if we break the high of the bounce, that tells me, nope, that's not a bear flag. You were wrong. And I want to be stopped out of that position with a small loss. Instead, I was fortunately rewarded, and I held that LABD position all on this pullback. What kept me a bit skeptical is I wanted to see SPY and the other sectors start to take out their supports, heading to daily consolidation as well to follow the biotech sector, which they did not. So I then decided, well, the 5-minute RSI is down at 20, and it was the 15-minute RSI and chart that led me to take profit. And it was because the RSI was down at 20. We had a straight dump waterfall with no bounce. And I was looking at the 2-minute time frame. And I said, all right, I want to sell. I want to hold this trade longer, but we have no market weakness. And I saw this pullback and I said, well, I'd like to hold this longer. I'm just going to enter an LABU position. So I held my LABD position. I did sell half initially on the way down, so I had a break-even stop. Had half of my position left. And then rather than selling LABD, I entered a larger LABU position. And I sold LABU after this initial bounce right here for a nice little win. And then when I saw the size of that bounce, I said, we're likely going to get a little bit of bounce follow through. I exited LABD on this little brief consolidation, and it ended up being a nice trade. The one mistake that I had from there after 2 really nice trades was I entered too soon looking for the lower high to be set. I entered for a lower high to be set about here. Obviously, we saw a continuation. I got stopped out and gave back a fifth, 20% of my profits. So I'm fine with that. In hindsight, it would have been to call it quits and stick with those nice gains and move on to tomorrow. But still kept the majority of those profits. From here, the bulls would have to hold 95.01 tomorrow morning and break 96.15 to change the hourly trend. If the bulls can change this hourly trend back in their favor very quickly, it's a potential daily bull flag. So we'll be watching that. We're still watching the 4-hour exponential, which have been bullish for 2 months. And I'm watching to see if they're going to cross bearish, because that'll be notable for me if that does take place. The VIX is a potential daily bear flag. So if we see all-time highs in the S&P 500 tomorrow, we will likely see the VIX drop down to its low of 1170 or towards that low. And if we're going to see any bounce follow through, we're just looking for a lower high compared to 1690, but we would have to see some breaks of short-term market support and daily consolidation underway for the market. Gold. So we are watching the 12-hour equilibrium on gold, and we are quickly forming a higher low if this bounce can hold up. I like the positioning for the bulls here. So high, low, lower high. We got the pullback, trying for a higher low. Why I like the positioning is the dollar is due for some daily consolidation. The dollar's been bouncing for 4 days and it's still in a daily downtrend. Anything below 97.84 is a daily lower high, and we would then expect a daily higher low once we do top out. And if we can see the dollar consolidate and the market consolidate at the same time, gold is positioned fairly well to be headed back up to its recent high. So I do have a top watch on the bull miners and gold bulls for tomorrow and Friday. Let's look at the 4-hour perspective. Tightening ranges. So not a ton of clarity, but if the bulls can hold this, actually there's a nice hourly equilibrium. If the bulls can hold the 12-hour high or low and see a break of 1480, they are back in the driver's seat for short-term momentum. Silver is trying to see a daily higher low form. Currently, it's a little daily bull flag after a sizable bounce. The bulls have to break 1710, and then we're looking at 1730. Need this higher low and higher high. Bull miners, solid day today, strong close. Haven't convincingly changed the hourly trend yet. This bounce came straight off the low, but we are holding the daily higher low compared to 2680. So it's looking like our higher low is now 2742, and we're looking back up at the recent high of 3066. Worst case for the bull miners, fail to break 3066 and drop down and break 28, make that 2742. That would be worst case. Best case would be just a bull break. And there's another possible scenario where we look for an equilibrium, which is possible as well. So again, watching bull miners and watching bull gold, but wanting to see dollar weakness and market weakness at the same time with both consolidating. Oil bull reaction to the inventory report today. Higher low and higher high every day for the last few days. 4-hour uptrend still intact. Our new 4-hour higher low is 60.31. Bull break over 61, didn't get a ton of follow through, but the bulls have control as long as the 12-period exponential holds on the 4-hour, and as long as the 4-hour uptrend remains intact. Yes, we're getting extended, but bulls still have that 4-hour uptrend and a lack of nearby resistance. Natural gas inventory report tomorrow is going to determine whether a daily higher low can form compared to 215.8 and try for this inverse head and shoulders we've been watching, or If it's a bearish reaction, we're going to be looking right back down to 215.8. So bulls pretty desperately need a bullish reaction to try and change this daily trend. That's what we've got as we head into tomorrow. Hope you had a good day, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Keeping an eye out for healthy daily higher lows, depending on the volume behind consolidation.
Mom's calling you.